My name's Romy, Kasta Baby's here, Mushki's up at the house, and I want to create things all of the time. All of the time. I was at the op shop a few weeks ago and I found these, and this one was like $4 and this one was like $3 or something like that. And they're these beautiful handmade, gorgeous, 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 gorgeous. Oh, I could just live in this forever and die. They're these beautiful handmade vintage crochet things. I don't know what it's meant to be. Melbourne Fashion Week shawl, crab bib, ineffective raincoat. Possibilities are endless. I love them so much, and one of my favorite things that I made is turning a massive vintage doily into a flowy twirly skirt, and I love it so much. Oh, it's joy. So when I saw these, I popped them in my little mitts and I did not let them go. And you know, maybe there was a potential that if I bought these, I might miss my bus, but I bought them anyway, and I didn't miss that bus. So I want to turn these into something really fun and very fabulous. I'm thinking I'd really like this to be just a simple boxy shirt. I only really need to do a very little amount of stuff to get that to work. It's perfect. A little bit see-through. We might need to do something about nudity, but a little nipple never hurt anyone. And this, do I make it into like a jacket to go over the top, or do I make it into like another skirt, or do I make it into like a dress? I'm not sure about this one, but that one I am certain of. I also have this space on my wall between my TV mural and my flower wall mural above the arch, and I realized last night that it was just too empty. It needed something to bring the two spaces together. And I thought, why not a giant colourful caterpillar? We've got our crafts planned for us today, me mateys. Yar, har, 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 howdy, howdy, howdy.
And so I began. And it was only after painting this mural, and a little bit before, and mostly now as I look into the dead eyes of Buttercup, my animatronic horse, that I realised I've created Poppy Playtime in my house.
Miss Girlie has a big bit of her beautiful lion's mane shaved at the moment because she had a seizure last week. It's her first one in a year. Last year she got put on anti-seizure medication after she had like 5 in a week. She's had them all her life. We can never work out why. Vets can't work out why. The medication was a really traumatic experience because she was overprescribed at first, and I spent last Christmas crying, but we leveled out the dose and she's been so good. And then she had one last week, so she had to go to the vet on her birthday, on her 10th birthday. Apart from that vet visit, she had the best day ever. She got so many treats. She was so treated. She got to go for a swim the next day, and she swam so far. It's a royal amount of rubbish to go through, and I'm not very good at processing it because that's really scary for me. It's impossibly scary to have to see my baby in pain and in fear, and how much it's aged her, and to have to think about the connotations that come with that, especially because I know I wouldn't be here today if I didn't have Kasta with me for the past 10 years. So it's been rough. So we're going to sit here with Kasta and do some crafts and hope the chickens lay her a few eggs, because that is the best part of her day. Egg time. I got this dress form last night. I was getting through the ads on a Christmas movie, and I went onto Marketplace and I saw a dress form in my town for $50, and I see them very rarely and they go very quickly and are usually more expensive than I'm comfortable to just say, yep, I'm gonna get that. But I have wanted one for over a year. And within 10 minutes I had picked it up, and the person had another staffy, so I got to meet their staffy, which was great. And now I have a dress form. I think I'm going to name her Gregor.
And without a single further ado, I furthered and a dude. I cut a hole around the size of one of the doily squares into the material, and then describing crafts. This should be my job.
Okay, for this piece, I think I'm going to go with pants. I haven't had a lot of luck with pants before, but there's always the potential for that to change. And just imagine those are trouser legs. That's so fun.
Making trousers out of a doily, I don't know what these are called, out of this thing was easy though, because you just cut out a hole, you whack them on like a skirt, you pin a bit, and you stitch down the sides. And then you make a neat little crochet waist tie waist. A tie for your waist. Windsor knot. Thank you.
I added little animal heads to my flower mural wall and they make me incredibly happy. So I've stitched these two pieces up where I have guesstimated they need stitching, and because they're see-through and I haven't made something to go under them, I'm just going to put on a swimsuit. So this is the top. It was incredibly simple. I just cut the required hole out and then just stitched this over to make sure it didn't unravel, and then I just did a little corner stitch on both corners, and it's so pretty. Oh, I really love it. I think this would look really nice with jeans because the two being slightly different shades, I think that would also just be a lot of this. I love it. Oh, it's so pretty. I made that. This is the skirt that I made earlier this year, and they're a slightly different shade, so I don't think they'll go brilliantly together. I always pair the skirt with this petticoat, which gives it a really lovely fullness, but I'm going to try it just like a swimsuit thing. I'm really interested to see how the kind of tie I crocheted for the pants works, because this is just a piece of string and it's always so annoying, and it's not user friendly. So it just fell down. Right, anyway. I personally wouldn't do double crochet. I don't imagine, but you never know. It's so magical! The tie definitely works a lot better than on the skirt, so I'm gonna rehem the skirt and crochet a tie for that. Unfortunately, you can't really see, so there's only one thing I can do to remedy that. It's lucky I bought a second animatronic horse. So I'm not terribly sure about these. I mean, they're kind of great. I'm not sure about how they bunch up here, because they were like this, and I cut the hole in the middle, I stitched between the legs and left them as really big loosey-goosey, and then I stitched down the sides, which has kind of left this funny like pockety thing. I never thought I would be reviewing a product like this. Well, I'm not 100% sure about these, but I think that I love them. So that is how literally so easy it is to create things from vintage crochet tablecloths and things you find at the op shop. This took me a little bit of time, a little bit of thinking skills of how to put it together, and maybe $5 total. So
All I'm saying is you know what to do.